Hi, I'm Mark Kelly, commander of STS-134, and you're watching NASA TV.
Endeavour will also bring up to the station the Express Logistics Carrier 3, an external platform for the space station that holds large equipment that will carry spare parts and equipment to sustain the space station's operation in space once the last space shuttle flight has occurred this summer. There are 4 planned EVAs, or spacewalks, outside the International Space Station during the STS-134 mission to do maintenance and install new components. And here is Commander Mark Kelly, our 134 mission commander, making his 4th flight on the space shuttle. He's logged a total of 38 days in space. His latest flight was in 2008 on STS-124. Going over to our pilot now, Greg Johnson. He's making his 2nd space flight, previously also piloted on STS-123 in 2008. He's logged over 4,000 hours in 40 different types of aircraft. This is Mike Fink, Mission Specialist number 1. This is his 3rd space flight, but his 1st space shuttle flight. He was launched previously from Russia on Soyuz spacecraft, and he's logged 365 days in space with over 26 hours on 6 spacewalks. Mission Specialist Greg Shamatoff. This is his 2nd space flight, but he's already logged 183 days in space aboard the space station. He's Canadian-born from Montreal. And there's Drew Feustel, Mission Specialist number 3, making his 2nd trip into space. He served as an astronaut for more than a decade, working on both the space shuttle and the space station branches in Houston. He flew on the 5th and final HST servicing mission. And Roberto Vittori. He's Mission Specialist number 2. He was selected as an astronaut by the European Space Agency. He's from Viterbo, Italy. And he has flown to the International Space Station twice. And here come our astronauts, leaving the suit-up room bound for the elevator that will take them down to the astronaut van, the Astrovan. This is the same elevator that all astronauts since Apollo have used to leave the crew quarters and go out to the launch pad. It's about a 20-minute ride from the astronaut quarters out to the launch pad, covering about 10 miles, and they allow another 10 minutes or so for the crew to get off the Astrovan and look around a little bit, and head up the fixed service structure, and then begin boarding the space shuttle. So that allows for about a half an hour for the entire process from the time they leave the astronaut quarters until they start boarding. And there they go.
VCC, they're at the pad.
And the astronaut
Copy
van
that.
now on the pad surface. Crew taking a moment to look at Space Shuttle Endeavour, something that most crews like to do before they head up to board the spaceship.
And OTC, OVCC.
OBCC, OTC, go.
My crew has arrived at the orbiter. Crew ingress and work at this time.
See that?
Drew Feustel is up next. He's mission specialist number 3, making his second trip into space. He's served more than a decade as a NASA astronaut, working on both the space shuttle and the space station branches. And Greg Johnson, he's about to board.
OTC, OVCC.
OBCC, OTC.
MS3 on board at this time.
0940.
This is a live shot from the mid-deck area. This is mission specialist number 4, Greg Shamatov. STS-134 is his second space flight, but he's already logged 183 days in space aboard the International Space Station.
OTC, CDR, com check.
CDR, this is OTC. I have you loud and clear. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Very good. And CMQC 65.
Roberto Fattori and Mike Fink waiting to enter the White Room.
And CGSS, OTC.
OTC CGLS.
CLS, OTC.
Yes, sir. I can give you steps 592 through 598. We've completed implementation of step 92.
Copy that. Thank you.
Greg Shamatov now on board. He's going to be sitting in the middeck center seat, joining Drew Feustel on the middeck. This is astronaut Mike Fink. He's mission specialist number 1. This is his third space flight, but his first space shuttle flight. He's logged over 365 days in space, with over 26 hours on 6 spacewalks on the International Space Station on expeditions 9 and 18.
OTC, TLT, com check.
TLT, OTC, I have you loud and clear. Good morning, box.
Good morning, Mark.
Your checklist.
Copy that.
And CMQC 690, 692 are complete as well.
This is Roberto Vittori, our mission specialist number 2. He was selected as an astronaut by the European Space Agency and is from Viterbo, Italy. And he has flown to the International Space Station on 2 past occasions.
OTC, MS4, com check.
MS4, OTC, I have you loud and clear. Welcome aboard, Greg.
Thanks, Mark. Also have you loud and clear.
OTC, CWS.
Double F, go.
I can verify step 685.
Thank you.
And Roberto Vittori now climbing on board Endeavour.
And OTC, OVCC.
Mission specialist number 2.
MS2 on board at this time, and that is all crew members on board.
So all of the crew members are now on board.
Please pass that to fire rescue leader.
Copy that.
And NTD, your polls go. Is that affirmative?
That is affirmative. We are all go.
Okay, copy that. KC Chief Processing Engineer, verify no constraints to launch.
No constraints.
Thank you, Steve. KC Safety Mission Assurance.
KSC Safety and Mission Assurances, go.
Thank you, Dave. Payload Launch Manager.
Like Space Station Processing Teams, go.
Thank you, Bill. Range Weather.
Weather has no constraints for launch.
Thank you, Kathy. And Ops Manager.
Mike, things look real good today. Thanks to your team for getting us back here. You're a good launch Endeavour.
Good. Thank you, sir. Endeavour Launch Director, Air to Ground 1.
Good.
Okay, Mark, looks like a great day to launch Endeavour for the final time. So on behalf of the thousands of proud Americans who have been part of her journey, good luck, Godspeed, and we'll see you back here June 1st.
Thank you, sir. On this final flight of Space Shuttle Endeavour, we want to thank all the tens of thousands of dedicated employees that have put their hands on this incredible ship and dedicated their lives to the Space Shuttle program. As Americans, we endeavor to build a better life than the generation before, and we endeavor to be a united nation. In these efforts, we are often tested. This mission represents the power of teamwork, commitment, and exploration. It is in the DNA of our great country to reach for the stars and explore. We must not stop. To all of the millions watching today, including our spouses, children, family, and friends, we thank you for your support.
Endeavour OTC, it's your final voyage. This is both a sad and proud moment for your launch team and for America, but your legacy will live on. Mission success with AMS, a truly international effort. Godspeed, and see you back in a couple of weeks.
Endeavour copies. Thanks for the words. Appreciate it. OTC, PLT, caution and warning memory is clear. No unexpected errors.
Copy that. Endeavour OTC, close and lock your visors. Initiate O2 flow.
Endeavour and work.
Go for main engine start. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 0, and liftoff for the final launch of Endeavour. Expanding our knowledge while expanding our lives in space.
Houston, Endeavour, roll program.
Roger, roll, Endeavour.
Houston is now controlling. Endeavour beginning to pull over onto its back. The roll program underway as Endeavour begins a heads down position on course for a 51.6 degree, 136 by 36 statute mile orbit. Three engines now throttling down as Endeavour passes through the area of maximum dynamic pressure on the vehicle in the lower atmosphere. Approaching 1 minute into the flight.
Endeavour, go at throttle up.
Roger, go at throttle up.
Endeavour's three main engines now back at full throttle, all three engines in good shape. Endeavour's already traveling 1,300 miles per hour at an altitude of 11 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, now 12 miles. At liftoff, Endeavour fully fueled, weighed 4.5 million pounds. It's already lost half that weight in propellant now, burned that weight. Next event is burnout and separation of the twin solid rocket boosters. That upcoming here shortly at the 2 minute 3 second point. Those boosters are burning 11,000 pounds of fuel per second. And standing by for separation of the solid rocket boosters. The onboard guidance system has done its job of settling out any dispersions introduced at booster separation. The orbiter is now traveling 3,200 miles per hour, downrange 50 miles, altitude 37 miles. All systems in good shape. Three good hydraulic systems, auxiliary power units, and fuel cells. The fuel cells providing electrical power to all of the systems.
Roger, 2 engine TAL.
Endeavour can reach a TAL site in the event of a single engine failure. However, all three are in good shape. Space Shuttle Endeavour sailing into fair winds on its final historic voyage. This view looking down the external fuel tank, the orbiter there on the top, as Endeavour continues to power its way into orbit, traveling 4,000 miles per hour, downrange 90 miles, altitude 50 miles. 3 minutes, 15 seconds into the flight. All three main engines still looking in good shape. Hydraulic systems and electrical systems on board the orbiter.
Endeavour, negative return.
Roger, negative return.
Endeavour can no longer return to the Kennedy Space Center in the event of an engine failure now, but all three are still in good shape, as are all of the other systems aboard the orbiter. Quiet here in Mission Control as a team of flight controllers watches over all of the systems. 4 minutes, 20 seconds into the flight, Endeavour's traveling 5,500 miles per hour. Altitude now 63 miles, traveling downrange 186 miles, or about 335,000 feet in altitude. Environmental and Control Systems Officer here reporting a good flash evaporator system providing cooling to all of the avionics equipment aboard the vehicle. Traveling into space on the forward flight deck is Commander Mark Kelly and pilot Greg Johnson. Between and behind them is flight engineer Roberto Vittori. And rounding out the flight deck crew is Mike Fink.
Endeavour, press to ATO.
Roger, press to ATO.
Endeavour can reach orbit on 2 engines should one fail at this point. However, all 3 are still performing as planned. Down on the middeck of Endeavour, Drew Feustel and Greg Chamitoff. Feustel headed to the International Space Station for the first time. Vittori and Fink making their first voyage on the space shuttle after flying to the International Space Station aboard Soyuz spacecraft previously.
Endeavour, single engine, Ops 3.
Roger, single engine Ops 3.
That call indicates that Endeavour could reach a transatlantic abort site on 1 engine if it lost 2 of the 3, although all 3 are still in good shape. 5 minutes, 50 seconds into the flight.
Endeavour, press to MECO and single engine Zaragoza, 104.
Roger, press to MECO, single engine Zaragoza 104.
Several calls there. Endeavour can reach a safe orbit on 2 engines now. The guidance system is controlling the engines to roll Endeavour to a heads-up position to optimize the air-to-ground communications through the satellite network. Flight controllers reporting to Flight Director Richard Jones they're in good shape.
Your shutdown plan is nominal.
Copy, shutdown plan is nominal.
For Mark, your go the plus X, go the pitch.
Roger, go for the plus X, go for the pitch.
Endeavour, single engine press, 104.
Roger, single engine press, 104.
Endeavour can reach orbit on 1 engine should 2 fail. However, all 3 are still in good shape. The 3 main engines are flowing fuel through their power systems at a rate equivalent to draining an average backyard swimming pool in 25 seconds. 7 minutes, 20 seconds into the flight. Altitude 64 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, 630 miles. Endeavour is traveling 13,500 miles per hour. We're now seeing throttling on the 3 main engines to maintain the 3G or 3 times gravity load on the vehicle and the crew. Engines at 82% of rated thrust, 8 minutes into the flight. The next activity is a main engine cutoff. That's expected to be commanded at 21 seconds. And main engine cutoff has been confirmed. Flight Dynamics reporting a nominal main engine cutoff. And separation from the external tank. Endeavour's Commander Mark Kelly now firing the thruster jets to position the orbiter for photography of the external tank.
We did see a nominal MECO. OMS 1 is not required.
Copy, nominal MECO, OMS 1 not required.
Hey Mike, it's Greg. Good to hear your voice, and I'm ready to downlink MPC.
Greg, we're ready for that. We have about 4 minutes left, and it's good to hear your voice as well. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Okay, it's coming now. I see 4 lights on my MPC player, so hopefully you're getting it.
Pilot Greg Johnson reporting that you're about to begin sending down some of the video the crew recorded today.
We got it, Greg. We got it up on a big screen. Looks great.
Excellent.
Right. Next thing is, a little bit ago I told Mark that there was a maneuver planned while you guys were sleeping. That was going to be controlled from the ground. I told him we weren't going to do that. And now apparently we might do that. We're not really sure. So you might be maneuvering this evening while you're sleeping. We're going to control that from the ground. There's no action for you. But just if you saw something happening, we don't want you to be surprised. So we're not sure. You may or may not have a maneuver control from the ground this evening.
Okay, Matt, we got that.
And then, finally, we have some words from your families. They wanted us to let you know that they had a great time at the launch. It was a great launch. It was very, very nice. They appreciate everything you did for them and wish you all the best of luck in your flight. They had a great time, and they'll be coming back home soon.
Well, that's fantastic, Matt. Thanks for the kind and thoughtful words. We wish them all the best as well and a safe return back, and we're happy that our friends and family were all there to see us launch off into the sunrise there.
Copy. We'll do that. You guys have a good evening and a great flight.
Thanks.
On the big screen, and we've got about another minute and a half, and then maybe we can pick it up another time.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, Taz.
There you are.
Yeah, thanks.
Back in space.
We are back in black, buddy. It's nice to be back. That was one heck of a ride.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Fantastic, and it's good to be here. We're just getting reconfigured here for the with the cameras, and we're gonna get busy.
All right.
Now it's recording. Okay. You ready for the OMS 2 burn, Taz?
Ready for the OMS 2 burn.
Are you sure? I'm not sure I am.
I'm still getting used to this again. Okay, OMS burn starting in 5 seconds.
About now. Here we go.
Here we go.
Whoa! That was a wow.
That's a real burn.
It's a long burn. We can do that again.
You're right.
There it goes.
Yeah, that's like a tenth of a G.
Where's your other boot, by the way?
It's tied off.
Hey, we're trying to work down here.
That's a good. That's a good. These tenth of a G. Wow.
Wow. Okay. Let's see what up and everything.
All right. Enough playing around. Let's get to work.
Let's get to work. Where's the other boot?
Ready?
Okay, we're going to open the payload bay doors now.
We lost the close indication as expected. 10 seconds. About 20 seconds we should see the open of the central latches. Yes. Now we go to the next block.
The next block.
Another 20 seconds. Stand by. Another 9 seconds. Yeah.
I see, good. Now the forward and aft latches.
Yeah.
So far, so good, Mark.
All right.
110 is the time that you expect. Another 15 seconds, vanquish. and you always keep track of the big switch, right?
Yes, I have my eyeballs on it and my fingers can get to it. There we go. Start of payload bay door opening.
Payload bay door is ongoing.
It looks like a dual motor time. There's the sunshine. Waiting for the door indication.
213.
Door is open. The port side. The forward and aft latches are going. I see a small piece of FOD. It's a washer floating right above ELC3. Another one in the back. I see two washers. One's a washer. I'm trying to get a good tally on it with the camera. Payload bay door is opening. Got a small other miscellaneous things. Payload bay door opening is looking very solid. There's the washer. Mark, that's about a half-inch washer. All right, I see them all open also, and it looked good outside.
I'll come over.
We're rolling.
All right, here we are in the flight deck of Endeavour, flight day 1. Recently in space. Sorry about the cloud deck when we took off.
We're really excited. It's great to be up here.
Yeah, it was a spectacular ride. I couldn't see anything but the lockers, but it was still a lot of fun.
No master alarms.
I'll have to say it was a lot different than flying on the Soyuz.
Ready for the left dome's accumulator.
And back to work.
Go ahead.
Hey guys, here we are, Roberto and I. We're on the mid-deck. We're setting up Gira, which is our water purification system over here. And we've been in space now for what, 4 hours, 5 hours, something like that. And amazingly, we're all feeling great. This is awesome. I can't wait to get back to the space station and feeling just awesome. Roberto?
My first ride on the shuttle was an amazing launch, and then Miko. I was a little afraid, but got quickly adapted, and it's very interesting to work with old shuttle systems. And I need to say that it's easier here in microgravity than was during the training floor. Most of the equipment here just makes sense. It is very intuitive, and happy to be here.
It was a great ride up. It was an awesome flight up. As excited as we were being on top of the rocket. That was great.
You are in camera.
You're upside down.
Hey, didn't I see you up here last time? You were upside down last time too.
You're still upside down.
Oh, you're upside down.